Hi everybody, this is Boogass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Target exclusive Winter Soldier and Falcon 2-pack. So before we take a look at Winter Soldier, let's take a look at Falcon, since he comes with the most accessories. So first up, he comes with his backpack, and he comes with Red Wing, although this one didn't come with a launched version of Red Wing. The previous Walmart exclusive version came with a separate Red Wing that had, I'm pretty sure it had a rocket effect. Pretty sure. And of course he has his wings that plug into this pack here. And these wings are huge. And the detailing on these looks really nice. It looks better than the previous version, which I will show. This one is done in a silver and metallic red color, as opposed to just the glossy red and the gray collar. And the backpack here is done in a gunmetal color instead of just flat gray. So yeah, I do like the new version better. I like the colors on the new one a lot better. And these wings are huge, like, takes out just about all of my diorama. So let's go ahead and plug that in. So there is Falcon with his wings. Now, I wish that Hasbro could have somehow found a way to integrate some articulation into these, like a swivel right here and a swivel right here. That would have been really nice. I ended up replacing my old Falcon. I gave him the basic Falcon from Infinity Wars wings and backpack because they have articulation to them. They have a swivel. And it just makes it a little easier to display when you're trying to make some really cool pictures with them. And Falcon also comes with this machine gun, but the thing is, he doesn't use this in the movie. He uses two, I believe they're two submachine guns. And there he is with the machine gun, even though he doesn't use it, which I will use this for Winter Soldier, and I will show that off in a few once we take a look at him. Now, where did I put those? Oh, right here. I believe these are McFarlane. I want to say they came from the Matrix. I found these and some fodder at my local toy store. And these match up pretty well. It's not perfect to what he uses in the movie, but, you know, it's better than that machine gun that he doesn't use at all. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. Let me take his pack off real quick, that way I can get him up here. So looking at the head sculpt, this looks like Anthony Mackie. That's a really good likeness. I don't think they even really used the face printing tech on it. Which, to be fair, I don't think the previous version was a bad head sculpt of him either. I think it looked pretty good. So there you can see the differences. This was originally an all flat dark gray color, and I ended up adding a wash of black over it. You can see these are the wings that I gave him that now have articulation. It was pretty difficult to get this on his back, but I did. But there you can see the differences. Like now he has a full beard, and his goggles are done in gunmetal. And so is his torso. His torso is done in gunmetal, silver, and that metallic red, as opposed to just the red and... Well, I suppose that's silver, but I like this one better. It's a way shinier color. Especially on his forearms here on the gauntlets. That looks really good. Like, the silver is just much brighter. And I think it looks a lot better. Has a little bit of paint detail to his torso right here around the collar. It has silver painted on it. And on his back, he doesn't have much painted. And this is the same exact figure, just repainted. But I think it looks a lot better. Except for the straps. They painted the straps on the previous version. And the new one, the straps on his boots are not painted on. So yeah, this version is a lot better. Like I said, I think the likeness was pretty good to begin with. I don't think it was a bad likeness. They really didn't need to improve that. But I do think the collar is improved a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of sculpt detail to it, but it's the same. But yeah, that collar, I still can't get over how much better that collar looks. See, that's the color they should use on Iron Man. They should cast him in like a marbleized red and then do like a thin layer of this paint over of that metallic red over it. I think the Infinity War Iron Man and Iron Spider 2-pack that's coming out later this year will use that. I'm pretty sure they're going to start using that metallic paint on them. which I think it'll benefit from. So now let's go over his articulation. I can probably put his wings on to do that. Let's see. There. Okay, yeah, because I wanna be able to do his articulation with these on. So he has a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out just a little bit. His shoulder pads do hinder that. He has swivel at the bicep, double-jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist that can move side to side and up and down. He has an ab crunch that can move back just a little bit. The wings do hinder it if you have that pack on, but he can crunch forward all the way. He has swivel at the waist that can move side to side. He has ball-jointed hip that can move out that far. He can kick forward just about all the way. He can kick back just a little bit. He has swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, swivel at the ankle that can move down and up. And he has an ankle rocker. So those ankles are pretty hard to get articulated there, but it is possible. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Winter Soldier. I will set Falcon to his side here. Now he also comes with an accessory, which I will not be using. He comes with this weird looking, I suppose it's supposed to be like a Wakandan gun. It looks terrible. Like, this is what they used for the first Winter Soldier, but it was black and red. Believe it or not, this was worse before. And, like, the handle is just way too big. It'll stretch his hand out if I put it in it. Not to mention, he doesn't use this in the movie. As you can see, this is really huge and will stretch out his hand. So, yeah, let's set this to the side here. Before I toss this to the side, I did want to say that this is, it's supposed to be the same color as his arm. It's supposed to be silver with gold over it. And I do like the color of it, but it just looks horrible and wasn't used by him at all. Now, the machine gun isn't perfect. By the way, this machine gun was reused from Punisher. Now, the machine gun isn't perfectly exact to what he was using, but it looks much more realistic. So let me get that in there. So there you can see he holds that really good in his right hand. I've been posing him with this in pictures ever since I got him, because I just got this pack the other day, finally. But yeah, that looks much better. So now let's take a look at his head sculpt. So taking a look at the head sculpt, that's a really good likeness of Sebastian Stan. I think they did really good, like with the cheekbones there and the eye collar. And the 5 o'clock shadow, I feel like they... he has more of a beard in Infinity War. It's not 5 o'clock shadow. And his hair should be much, much longer. Like, it should be down to his shoulders. So, even though that isn't accurate, the head sculpt still looks really good. It is much better than the previous version. This thing with weird eyes. And that's one weird thing, is all the Winter Soldier figures I have, minus this one, this is the best version, have wonky eyes. Like, look at the eyes on this guy. He looks like some creature. Yeah, like, the figure's good. And I thought that this reused some pieces, but it does not. Well, I mean, it reuses the feet. Does it reuse the feet? The feet kind of look the same. Actually, I think these are more square. So I think the only thing that's actually reused on this figure is the left arm. Which, you know, I really can't blame them for doing that. There's no need to do a second, sculpt of it, like a resculpt of it, when the first is just fine. So, the likeness is definitely better than this, even though it uses the same head sculpt. I mean, from the side, his eye looks good. Then he turns around and has that gigantic, ugly eye. And here he is next to the worst Winter Soldier I have, which I don't even know what happened to the face on this one. Yeah, the eyes on this one is horrible. Like, it's glossy. It's almost like someone painted it. But I don't know why someone would return it perfectly fine and paint the eyes. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, this head sculpt also looks bad. I do have the other head sculpt somewhere, but I just can't find it. So yeah, this one has the best head sculpt by far. And it has new pieces too. Like, the torso looks really good. I like how it has that texturing to it. The texturing looks really, really nice. And the brown this painted on looks good too. I think overall the color should be a little bit brighter on his outfit, but it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's not 100% accurate. Like I said, the color should be brighter, and his hair should be a lot longer. But you know, for the most part, it's a lot more accurate than say Infinity War Captain America. Looking at his arm right here. Now, on some reviews, because I've watched quite a few reviews of this pack, it looks like the arm is a lot more silver, and this looks like it has some black mixed in with the silver. Because his arm should be a really dark color. It should be like really, really dark silver. And this almost looks like it does have some dark silver mixed in with it. It has some dark silver and a little bit of black mixed in with it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe it's just mine, but I swear the arm is a darker color. Is that a running change? I know there was a running change with the Everett and Killmonger pack, where Killmonger was either light gray or really, really dark gray, like almost black. So this could be a running change where the arm is darker. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it just looks different watching the review of it. But the gold that's painted on it looks really nice. I like how it stands out. And that's what Hasbro was going for with the gun, but it completely failed miserably. And his arm also has that texturing to it as well. And even his wrist guard right here has it. My only complaint is that he doesn't have a trigger finger on this hand, because it has a hinge instead of a swivel. And he can hold the gun a lot better in this hand. Or, like, for poses, you know. Like, he can hold it better for poses in this hand. Which, I thought that Bucky was left-handed, but he also shoots with his right hand, too. Like in the Infinity War trailer, he's holding it in his right hand, but sometimes he shoots with his left hand, too, so... Well, not shoots with his left hand, you get what I'm saying. And the pants look nice. They have a little bit of sculpt detail to them. I like how they sculpted the seams there. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he should have a knife and a knife sheath right here. I'm not sure what these are. I thought they were ammo clips at first, but they're way too tiny to be ammo clips. And it has a little bit of texturing to it. It almost looks like mesh, but that isn't right. And then there are his boots, and they have that same texturing as his shirt as well. It also looks pretty good. And it goes kind of flat and gloss. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's like glossy and flat in some places. Also, I feel like his legs look a little tall. I think it might be the boots right here. I don't know. I feel like he just looks a little tall. But that's a minor complaint. I'm just glad to finally have a good Bucky in Winter Soldier. They're the same person. I'm glad to finally have a good one in my collection. And I'm probably going to resculpt his hair and give him the long hair. So, I will probably do that. But overall, other than that, I think this figure is really good. So now let's go over his articulation. He has a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. You will have to kind of move it back like that so you don't break his hair off. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders. Let me just take this out for a second while I'm doing this. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way. He has swivel to bicep, double-jointed elbow. He has a hinge on the right wrist that can move up and down and side to side. And he has a swivel on his left wrist that can move side to side and up and down. He has an ab crunch that can move back all the way, and he can crunch forward all the way. He has swivel to waist, ball jointed hips that can move out that far. He can kick forward all the way, and he can kick back just a little bit. He has swivel to thigh, double jointed knee, swivel to boot, swivel to ankle that can move up and down, and an ankle rocker. So now let me get him back into a normal pose, and then do some size comparisons. So where did I put that? There. So I want to get him holding his gun here. And this is what I meant when I said that hinge gives like a pretty good pose. You can get him in a pretty good pose holding that gun. So here he is next to, let's move him over here. So here he is next to Falcon. And let's scoot the camera over this way a little bit. And here they are next to the previous Falcon figure. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Let's just put him back here. Here Winter Soldier is next to the Captain America Civil War Winter Soldier. And even though I feel like his legs are a little long, maybe it's just the way they sculpted it. I don't know. But this Winter Soldier is taller. I thought that this would be the tallest Winter Soldier. But nope. This one, if I can get him to stand, this one is also taller. It's really slightly taller, but still. And then here they are next to Rocket Raccoon. Of course, we had to do that as a comparison. And finally, here they are next to the Infinity War Black Panther figure. So, overall, I'd highly recommend getting this pack. I mean, it was hard for me to get, but it's just a really, really awesome pack. They definitely improved upon Falcon. I love the colors on it. Hasbro did a lot better on that. And this Winter Soldier is really good. Like I said, there's some minor inconsistencies like the beard and the hair, but you know, for me at least, that's a simple fix. It's nothing major. Like I said, definitely better than the previous two. So overall, I'd highly recommend this pack. It is just really, really awesome. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. Thanks for watching.